Hi, and today I'm talking to you about why we should exercise as we get older, or if we have a long-term health condition or disability. So I combined the two into one because they're very similar, and a lot of the reasons why are very similar as well, okay? So I'm just going to start with, it's going to be hopefully a shorter talk today. I'm going to try and condense it down. So as we get older, we are more at risk of those different conditions. From the age of mid-30s, our body's physiology will start to change. So we'll have a reduced bone mass. So we won't produce as much bone density. Our bone density won't produce in the same way as it did. We'll be more prone to certain conditions like osteoarthritis, but we'll also be more prone to other conditions as well. We're more likely to be less active the older we get as well, believe it or not. And becoming less active means we have a higher chance of dying quicker than we would if we were active, okay? To put it in layman's terms, most doctors, as we get older and we either gain weight or we get a condition that is related to age, doctors will actually say that we should exercise. Now, believe it or not, I know people with arthritis, especially osteoarthritis, I'll call it OA, it's known as OA. So you have OA, people think they can't exercise. They think, oh, I've got arthritis, I can't move, I can't do it. And I see it all the time. But actually, believe it or not, if you have got arthritis, exercise is the best thing. And actually, doctors now referring to different schemes, like exercise referral schemes, because they have arthritis, because they need to move more. And the more they move, the less flare-ups of arthritis they'll get, okay? And it will prolong the progression of the arthritis for as long as possible. And also, the more we exercise, we will create our bodies, they won't deteriorate in the same way, okay? So our heart will remain strong. So our heart is our muscle. It can get stronger. So the more we exercise, that heart will get stronger. It will help with our respiratory system. So it means that we still can take in and breathe out air as we should, and hopefully keep those sort of respiratory conditions at bay as we get older. Again, it will help with general fitness. It will help us keep us mobile longer. As we get older, we'll struggle to do things like get up the stairs, sit on the toilet, get dressed. So it will help us, do these things for as long as we're able to do them. Because the ability to dress yourself, I think, or, have a shower or have a bath yourself, I think that's what most people would be scared of, because a lot of people don't want someone coming in doing that for them. And I think, putting that, at the forefront, exercise is a great way to stop all of that from happening. You should be exercising at least 3 to 5 times a week with at least 2 strength-based sessions, okay? So what do I mean by strength? Well, it could be with a band, it could be with weights, whatever you want, basically. If you're starting out, I would say start off with a band, because it's a good way to get resistance in, but it's more controlled, and then you can lead up to weights, okay? And you can use at home, you can use anything at weights. Water bottles, tins of beans, tins of anything, like, basically. Milk bottles filled up to the desired weight you want. If you've got like a bigger water bottle, you don't have to fill it all the way up, because the more water you put in, the heavier it becomes. And you can, as those of workouts, I'm putting a strength workout on, so as part of my 12 days of Fitmas, so you should be able to follow that. And I will also put it on my YouTube channel so that you can go back to it at a later date and find it easy. So the same thing also applies if you've got a long-term health condition or disability. Now I'm going to choose one type of condition here, because it's my area of specialty. Actually, neurological conditions. but it same goes for any disability really. So, neurological conditions, which include cerebral palsy, acquired brain injury, which includes strokes, Parkinson's, multiple sclerosis, motor neuron disease, spinal cord injuries, the list goes on. But they're the main ones. The less we move, the less our nervous system works. So just a quick thing about our nervous system. You don't know that your nervous system's working, but it's working every second of every day the moment we are alive. The moment our nervous system stops working, we're dead, basically. That's the only way to describe it. It's our computer. It's the body's computer. So, I'm going to describe it as in terms of a laptop. You've got a laptop, it's 10 years old. And I'm going to use cerebral palsy because I got CP, and I know a lot of people watching this who have CP. You've got a laptop, 10 years old, you put it on. It takes an hour for it to log in. This is what's happening to your body if you don't move. So the less we move, the signals take longer to get to the actual body that we're moving. The less we move, the tighter our muscles become. The tighter our muscles become, the more pain we get when we do move. That's because they're so tight. And the way I describe it is, a normal muscle should look like this, okay? This is what a muscle should technically look like. Yes, only some resistance band, but it's a great tool. Most people with CP that are mobile will have muscles that look like that. Mine will look like this, okay? I don't get any pain, but they won't ever be this loose because of the CP. I have specificity in the muscles, so they look like this. The less we move with CP, the tighter those muscles become. Now I'm going to have Joe Bloggs. Joe Bloggs he's got CP, he doesn't move. He hardly moves. He gets out of bed in the morning, he might move to the sofa. He might move to the kitchen once, twice a day for food or drink. Or he's got carers going in helping him. His muscles look like this. Okay? This is why you can see how taut that band is. That's why you'll get pain. That's why you struggle to move. Because if you think that muscle in your leg is like that, that's your quad, and it's that tight, or your calf is that tight, that's why it's painful to move. There's not a lot of movement there, and that's how you get the actual pain. And actually in winter, that becomes even more painful because the cold weather will make it stiffer. So the stiffer we become, the tighter the muscle is. But the more we move, the more signals we're sending around our body. So our nervous system will send nerve signals around the body. And in an average non-disabled person, a signal will go from the head to their feet in 90 seconds. Less than that. It'll go from within seconds, at 90 miles an hour. I get that right. 90 miles an hour. So it'll go from your brain. So in those signals will go from your brain to your feet at 90 miles an hour. Like that. Within seconds. And you think, me clicking, that signal is just gone. I just thought about clicking, it's doing it. That's how quick the signal gets from there to there, okay? So, the more we move, the more signals you get into the muscles. Our muscles, our nervous system is connected to our muscles. Our muscles are connected to our bones. And that's how we move. So, the more our signals you get into our muscles, the more we'll be able to move, okay? So, if we've got muscles like this, and we start to move, we start to exercise, we should start walking around the house a little bit more, we start walking out a little bit more, we might start doing an exercise class, we might go to the gym, or we might start horse riding or swimming, just a few examples there. That muscles like that, slowly, the more we do it, slowly become looser, and then obviously it becomes more like this, and this is how we really want it, basically. Yeah, we're never going to get it like that because that's like a non-disabled person, but if we can sort of get it like that, or like that, and not like that, that's when we're going to get less pain. That's when we're going to have less issues going forward. But also it means we will need less medication, less strain on the NHS, and that is why exercise of a condition or disability is really, really important. We want to speed up the nervous system. So if we've got a neurological condition, we want to keep our nervous system working all the time. The moment we sit down and stop and stay there, that nervous system isn't working. It is, but it's working slower. The more we sit down, the slower it becomes. If we sit down for a whole day, it's not going to work because it's got no signals going around. And that is just a very basic system of why we should move with a neurological condition. A very quick thing. Also, for parents with kids with cerebral palsy or any neurological condition, really important to get them to, obviously you always have physio, but I know what I was like when I was a kid with physio. I hated it. I hated every minute of it. I'm still not keen on physio now, and I'm a PT, but I think I went through so much of it, and I would rather work out in a way that is more fun. So if you've got your child has got CP and hates physio, think outside the box. Think of how you can get those stretches into a game, for example. Can you use them in play? Can you do something like Skittles and get them into that game? Can you get them doing some form of dance at home, even seated dance, just to get them doing something to loosen those muscles up? Okay, get them crawling up and down the house. Parents, you dress up with them. Get them dressed up and play princesses or pirates, or do something with them that they're into, so that they can actually work out. If you just go, oh, you got your stretches today and you're just getting on the floor to do their stretches, believe me, they're going to get fed up with it quite quickly. But the more imagination you can put into it, the more fun you can make it, then that's great.